This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
Time for overrated, underrated.
But it's vacation edition, you said?
Yeah, I'm going to go with underrated airplanes.
Oh, I hate flying.
Went out to see my parents, my family out west. I had to make the drive last summer. And oh my God, the amount of hours that I'm like, okay, is this over yet?
My hips hurt.
And like, this is a sketchy ass highway. I don't want to be on it. And then you're like paying for a hotel halfway that you don't want to be at. Listen, flying is just the best. I got on the plane an hour and a half later. I'm like, oh, that was a good nap. Oh, okay, I'm here. Way better. Underrated planes.
Agreed. But I also hate flying. But it is pretty wild when you realize that you're in the air.
Mm-hmm. Going way faster than the people driving.
Okay, I'm also going with something underrated in our vacation edition of Overrated, Underrated. Underrated, turning your phone off for an entire week. I didn't even miss anything. Like, I actually got through most of my book that I'm reading. When I eventually did go to check my friends' group chat, it was just them talking about food they were eating and about how much they're mad that they've killed all of their indoor plants.
Mm-hmm. So same old.
Also, it felt good to like not share a single thing that I did during a bunch of fulfilling days. Not your business.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of like weirded out by Instagram right now. I'm like, if I post this, is it just me bragging while other people are working this week? Like, I don't want to be that person. Mm-hmm. And it felt weird because I do feel like you and I did a lot of posting throughout the pandemic. Not that that's like incredible or anything. There were people that were literally saving lives. But there was a little bit of guilt creeping up on me that I was like, I need to be online. Like, it's part of my job. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, no, I have the week off. I don't need to be doing that. Stop it, brain.
So underrated, you're going with shutting your phone off on vacation.
Oh, it felt so good.
I'll agree with that.
Back at it, though, I'm going to be so annoying. What should I post first?
Here she goes.
Ooh.
Play 107.
Had a real issue over the last week with realizing my family's not good at finishing leftovers.
You love leftovers.
I appreciate the meals that are available to me.
Yeah.
And I'll never take that for granted. So, yeah, I like to finish my food.
What's the longest you'll go, though? Like, if someone tells you, oh, that's been in the fridge for X amount of days, when are you cutting that off and you're like, oh, this is garbage to me?
I usually try to get all my leftovers done within 3 days.
Okay.
So that the third day, it would have to be real good for me to go at her. But I try to get, like, if I have something for dinner, I'll try to eat it for lunch the next day if I didn't finish it.
So your family doesn't eat leftovers, so were you just being a garburator?
Yeah.
So it's funny because like that's what we call you behind your back, everyone.
Everyone calls me garburator?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's fine.
It's a sign of respect, in my opinion.
My nickname was the Finisher when I worked at Hudson's.
Because you finish customers' food.
No. But I would finish like coworkers' French fries in the back staff area.
Yeah, coworkers.
Ryder,
okay.
I did not eat food off of customers' plates.
Well, there's at least 3 ounces of steak left here.
Okay, I noticed that you said that you would eat leftovers after 3 days if it was really good leftover food.
Yeah.
So what is the ultimate leftover?
Well, some stuff does just keep better.
Okay.
Like, you look at a lasagna, that seems to keep pretty good.
Ooh, yeah. There's something about lasagna and spaghetti to me that I'd almost prefer to just pack it up right away and
Ground beef.
Eat it the next day.
Because chili is also an amazing leftover, and it keeps pretty well. I'll eat like...
Listen to you. You think you know. You're saying it matter-of-factly.
Ground beef. Would you agree with me when I say that like anything with ground beef is better?
A lot of them, yeah. Spaghetti has to be one of the best leftovers. I do homemade chili. I made like a down and dirty stroganoff with ground beef and mushroom soup.
Down and dirty stroganoff.
I think that's just like how he makes it. He drops it low, wears a little tight little outfit.
Oh, God. I want my wife to eat the food, not run out of the kitchen screaming.
Earlier, we were talking about our favorite thing to eat that's a leftover, and that is perfect because my story is about Leftovers Foundation, which is a foundation here in Alberta where you can donate your produce And so if you have a fruit tree or a garden and you're like, I don't know what to do with all of this leftover zucchini. I have too many apples in my tree. I feel like I'm wasting it. You can donate it to places like the Mustard Seed here in Edmonton. And people can either be part of the route where they are donating the fruit or receiving the fruit. So if you want more information on this, it's rescuefood.ca. So if you have a garden, if you have trees, if you want fresh produce, maybe you like baking pies or you are just in need of food.
Sure.
What a great program to know about.
So are they able to repurpose a lot of these leftovers as well? Like if you are somebody who's a baker, can you make pies and then donate those elsewhere?
I would assume that you could probably do that because
cool.
you can donate it, to the Mustard Seed and places like that. Pretty cool.
Tell me something good.
My story is about what Madrid is doing to lower heat levels and cut CO2 emissions at the same time. They're creating a huge forest ring around their city. So they're planting over 500,000 trees, black pine, beech, Spanish juniper, and various oak species, and literally going to make their capital like forest around the outside. So it'll be protected and really cut down on heat and the CO2 emissions.
Love it.
That was pretty awesome.
Tell me something good.
We decided to have our own little competition in here, and we have not spent years training for a sport. We have spent years eating, though.
Yep.
So we decided it's going to be the Banana Olympics today. I think we need to go separately.
Well, we need somebody to do the commentary, the play-by-play.
Right. Would you like to go first or second?
Second.
Okay, I'll pass you the timer.
On your mark. You're going to peel it as soon as I say go, right?
Yeah.
On your mark. Get set. Go. All right. Ryder is off to a bit of a slow start peeling his banana. Oh, here we go. He's taking a very large bite. But that could be a risky move as there seems to be a lot of chewing involved. Okay, he has down pretty much the entire banana. There's one bite left. Really getting that potassium this morning. His nerve signals are going to be through the roof. He has swallowed. There's still some remnants on your tongue. I would like you to take a drink of water or something. I want to make sure everything is down. Wow.
Come on.
It's so impressive. I'm beside myself right now.
I'm actually a little disappointed with the timekeeper, to be honest.
30 seconds?
30 point what? Was it exactly 30?
33.35. Ryder, how did you do that?
Well, I feel like it should have been about 18 seconds before you started making up rules on the fly.
You are...
No.
What?
You don't get to start peeling before you go.
I'm just stretching.
I'm not sure if you knew this, but I am the Wayne Gretzky of hammering bananas.
Ryder was very impressive. He stuffed both his cheeks full of the elongated edible fruit, and it's going to be a tough one for me to try and beat that. Let's go.
I'm excited to watch. On your mark. Get set. Begin. Ooh. Just peeling half of it and then eating that half. What's this small bite business? That's not going to get you anywhere. You threw away that peel like it was nothing. Wow. Lisa is really crushing this banana. Now the mouth is full. She is at 25 seconds, so she has 10 seconds to get it down. Remnants. Let me see here. And time done.
Did I beat you?
No, 37 seconds. And I also feel like the timekeeper was not fair there.
I'm not feeling well. I'm not peeling well.
Time for the Situational 7 at 7. What's it gonna be today, Ryder and Lisa?
So we're doing the worst situational chit chats today. Stranger on the plane was one that I had to deal with over the week.
Have we added to the Situational 7 at 7 the answering the door and someone's trying to talk you into joining their program or their
like
religion?
Sell you cookies.
I mean, I'll take the cookies. Those ones I always cave.
Okay. We don't have that on the list, so I think we can give that an honorable mention right now, unless you think it should be bumped up into the top 7. Some great suggestions rolling in.
Yeah, Caroline said dog park chit chat. Like, just because my dog wants to be friends with yours doesn't mean I want to be friends with you. I kind of like the dog park chit chat. It's
Well, that's
something
because-
that you have in common.
You like talking about dogs, though. As soon as it strays, pun intended, from talking about dogs, it's over for me.
Sarah says, taking public transit, you'll be wearing your earphones and reading a book. Then someone taps your shoulder and says, nice day, isn't it?
Yep.
When you pull up to a urinal and some dude pulls in right next to you and just keeps talking.
Yeah, especially if there's like 3 spots and you're on the outside and he takes the middle.
He just invades your splash zone.
I've never heard it called splash zone before, but that's disturbing.
Ooh.
I think we can put that at number 7. Number 6 is a really good one. Quiet person in a mask. When you can't quite hear them, and normally you'd be able to read their lips, right?
Uh-huh.
But because they have the mask on, you can't, and you have to, pardon me?
Or just quiet people in general, and you just when you get to the point where you've asked pardon 3 times and then you just pretend you hear them the 3rd time around, let's hope it wasn't a question, because I usually go, yeah.
Well, and
I don't know.
when they do the thing with the mask specifically too, if they're being really quiet and you say, pardon me, and then they pull the mask down and talk to you and you're like, well, you're doing the exact opposite thing you should be doing by breathing in my face right now.
Also can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
The top 5 coming up. If you'd like to have one of your suggestions make the list, hit us up.
We have another honorable mention. The MLM chat.
Ooh.
Hey, do you got a minute to talk about your future?
Have you ever thought about being your own boss? Moving on to number 5 is old acquaintance at the grocery store chat.
Yeah, we got a text saying it's the worst when you are in line at the checkout. Chelsea said you're stuck and you can't escape.
Well, I also try to get in and out of the grocery store, as quickly as possible. I don't have time for a 6-minute chat about you telling me your kids' names that I'm not going to remember. I don't. Number 4, the hair salon when it's quiet.
Nothing worse than when you're having a good conversation with your hairstylist and then all the blow dryers stop and everyone's listening to you. And then you go from having this really good, kind of loud conversation to awkwardly just being like, I'll tell you in a minute.
And that's when I got the preparation 8.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, when you're sober and you're chatting with most anyone who is not sober.
Oh, and they talk so close to your face.
Yeah,
And they keep repeating themselves because they're drunk.
pulled the sober month. I usually do at least 1 month a year.
Good for you.
No, I'm not bragging about that. I'm just saying you really notice it on Saturday nights when you're the DD in situations like that. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Take an Uber. I'm out of here. Number 2 is while getting a massage.
That's why you need to learn something from me.
Okay.
You go in, you lay down, and when they re-enter the room once you're naked under the blanket, you go...
You get naked under there?
Well, you leave your underwear on. What do you wear? Your full suit?
Yeah, I wear my tracksuit.
No. What you do is they come in and you go, oh, sorry, I was already sleeping. I already fell asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what you got to say. You got to go, I'm so tired. Or you pull this line. You go, sorry in advance if I snore.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait to relax.
Those are smart moves.
And then they don't ask you anything.
Yeah. Number 1 on the top 7 worst situational chit chats is the dentist chair, especially when your mouth is obstructed from talking, but they ask questions like they want you to answer.
Yeah, is that part of their training program? Are they told to be personable and ask questions? No, this is the one career you can get away with being an introvert. You don't have to talk to anyone.
Yeah. I took my daughter to get braces last week and had a great chat with listener Jen.
Nice.
And
so she was working on your daughter's mouth.
So I'm not anti-speaking as a person in that field. It's just really difficult when you're in the chair and you can't have a conversation.
I do feel like the hygienists can decode what you're saying because they're professionals.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of their training. All right, I'm going to fill my mouth, and then you have to try and figure out what I'm saying to you. All right, students?
It's time for Radio Shark Tank. We both pitch ideas, and then you let us know who you'd rather invest money with.
If you were a billionaire.
Yeah. We know you're not, and we know we won't actually get money on this, but let us know who you'd rather invest with.
Hey, Sharks. Do you love using your bedroom side table as a secret snack compartment? Well, my name is Lisa Evans, and I have the perfect side table for you. But it's not just for your average goldfish crackers and Doritos, silly. It's a drawer that pulls out with a complete freezer compartment and a microwave drawer. All in one. Let's be real. You hate watching Sex Life and Sexy Beasts on Netflix, so you might as well also hate yourself after eating 4 cheese pizza pops in one sitting. Introducing the Cab Bedknit. Cab Bedknit. Like cabinet. Get it? So what do you say, Sharks? Are you ready to never leave your bed ever again, or what?
Well done.
Cab Bedknit.
Cab Bedknit.
Cab Bedknit.
Hello, Sharks. I'm Ryder, the founder of the To-Go Lid Collective. We collect funding from frustrated consumers who usually put away leftovers and struggle to find the right lid for their container, and then use our finances and a little bit of muscle to bully all to-go container makers into using a uniform lid size. For convenience, there are 3 options: small, medium, and large. There are no shape options. It's just rectangle. Not a little more round on the edge so it almost fits but doesn't. Not square. Just rectangle is fine. The days of trying 17 lids before you find one that actually fits on your container, but you're so frustrated that you break it while putting it on, those are long gone with TGLC, To-Go Lid Collective.
You said you collect funds. How much? Like, buy a new set of Tupperware. It's like $5 at Walmart.
Okay.
Anyway, you're the shark. Who would you rather invest your money in? The Cab Bedknit? Or what was yours?
Don't! Try to sway the votes here. TGLC, To-Go Lid Collective. Thank you for checking out the show. We are back and in the flesh.
We're here. A little bit rusty, but that's okay.
I came across a very interesting viral story about a way somebody quit a job. And it made me wonder if we have anybody that quit a job in a badass way listening that would like to contribute.
You claim that you have a cool quitting story.
Well, yeah, I didn't quit. It was my last day.
Oh.
So
Less badass than I thought.
But there was a table that was in, and this is when I was a server at Kelsey's in Lloydminster, and a guy came in and was bragging to me that his son owned a keg, and that I better make sure they cook his steak perfect or he'd be sending it back. He sent it back 3 times, and I'm a steak guy. All 3 of them were cooked fine. So the kitchen was mad. I couldn't do anything about it.
I just don't understand why they're ordering steak at Kelsey's if his son works at a K.
No, he was just trying to brag in front of his friends. The guy was a loser. Anyway, I just stopped serving them. After the 3rd time, I was like, no. And then I just served all the tables around. And they're like, can we get another round? No.
So, did they just not pay their bill?
I think they ended up, another server took over the table when the manager saw my flex.
Sweet.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty bold.
If they would have just settled with the dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets, they wouldn't have been
It would
complaining.
have never been an issue. Okay, so you ready for this viral story?
Yes.
So TikTok user Don't Touch My Face posted the video. She worked at Ross Dress for Less, and she had a serious issue with the manager, apparently. So she grabbed the intercom and did this.
All attention, overall shoppers and sales associates. This is an announcement for your store manager, Carrie Ricketts. Carrie, you're a compulsive liar, spineless, racist, and an overall horrible manager. Your work ethic is trash and your management skills are non-existent. I and other employees have called to report you for your rude and racist actions to no avail, and I've had enough. You're genuinely a terrible person, and I'm happy to not be dealing with you or your stank attitude anymore. Thank you for shopping at Ross. Have a lovely day.
Whoa.
I especially love her tone to the shoppers still.
Have a great day.
Yeah, she sounded very
But
sincere.
I'm out of here. it's interesting how nobody stopped her.
Well, she even spoke to that, saying that nobody stopped me because all of the other employees agreed with me.
Oh, no. Awesome.
Yeah, solid move. Hit us up if you've got like a badass way of quitting a job. Janice said that she went on break to get her nails done next door. It was 35 years ago, and we were slammed. But 35 years ago, it would take 3 to 4 hours to get a manual filling. The boss came in, asked her what she was doing. She said, getting my nails done. And then 4 hours later, went back to work. And then the boss obviously wasn't cool with that. She said that there was good reason for her to be upset as well.
The guy was a loser to begin with. She
yeah.
was 15 years old, leaving for her break, but like a 4-hour break, Janice.
Love that move.
It's great.
Your wife pulled a power move when she was quitting.
Yeah, she was. I mean, back in the day, we were kind of baggage handlers, which, if anyone knows, we make zero money. So she got an offer from a competing company for like practically double. So she walked into the office, put down her swipe card and ID, put 2 middle fingers up in the air, and just walked out like a boss.
Yeah.
That must have felt so freeing.
Oh, I know. God, I wish I could have seen it, but I didn't get a chance.
A well-timed middle finger goes a long way.
Oh, but when you double up on the
Yeah.
middle finger, that's even better.
Exactly. There's no care for who's in the general vicinity. Just up and walk out, like, you got to be pretty confident to do something like that.
Any like job quitting where like people can see it in a community area in the office or something is like the most dramatic thing ever, right? You're witnessing somebody like take control of their life.
I've never witnessed anything like it. Can you just pretend to do it today so I can feel
No,
the thrill?
Because then when they're like, yeah, we'll gladly accept your
They're like,
resignation. Finally.
No.
There was a guy here who quit though and like was screaming in the hallways about how he didn't like working here.
No.
And we all just like sat and watched it go down.
Oh, I'd be so uncomfortable.
Intense. Yeah, he had a real issue that we serve birthday cake and birthdays here. I don't know why that was the hill you're willing to die on, but
That's what I miss the most. Since COVID, I'm like, we can't share a cake?
where's all the
What?
cake? I quit. So you're trying out this new eye track bites?
Yeah, our listener Rachel used it, and she's lost like so much weight. She's living a healthier lifestyle. She said the best part about it is you don't actually have to change what you eat. You just get a certain amount of points. It's basically Weight Watchers, but it's a free app.
See, I'm just looking right now how much for a beer, how many points, to see if I'm interested in getting in on this or not yet. Do you have that information handy anyway?
No, I'm trying to figure out, because I'm just signing up right now.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out how many points I get a day. She says she gets 45 points a day. And surprisingly, that is a lot of food because vegetables and fruit are free. There's 0 points.
Okay, so like a chicken wing you said was 1 point.
Yeah.
Starbucks, cold brew, vanilla cream,
That's
whatever. 5
points.
That's a fiver, yeah?
So 45 points a day, that's not too bad.
I could go for a big plate of wings in a Starbucks every day for my food.
And you'll lose weight,
Yeah.
maybe.
Woo-hoo.
Woo!
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.